Christmas lights filled the room, warm golden bulbs shining like fake happiness pasted on cold walls. Laughter echoed, glasses clinked, and soft music played in the background. Everyone was smiling, except her. She sat at the long wooden table, hands trembling, eyes swollen from crying. Her name was Elena Carter, though no one in that room cared enough to remember it properly. In front of her lay the divorce papers. Her husband, Ryan Carter, sat beside her in a sharp blue suit, calm, confident, and cruelly peaceful. One hand rested on the table, the other casually holding his wine glass. Behind him stood his new woman, tall, beautiful, wearing a red dress that screamed victory. She placed her hands on Ryan's shoulders, as if Elena no longer existed. Around them, family members watched silently. Some whispered, some smiled, some waited eagerly for the show to end. "Elena," Ryan said softly, pretending to be kind. "Just sign it. Don't make this harder than it already is." Her pen hovered above the paper. Her hands shook harder. 3 years of marriage, 3 years of sacrifice, 3 years of silence. She remembered how she supported Ryan when he had nothing, how she sold her car to help him start his business, how she stayed up nights helping him prepare presentations, how she smiled while being ignored. And now, this. Tears fell onto the paper, smudging the ink. Someone chuckled quietly. Someone else sighed in boredom. "Poor thing," Ryan's mother whispered, not hiding her annoyance. "She should be grateful he's even giving her a settlement." Elena swallowed hard. She wanted to scream. She wanted to run, but instead she signed. The pen scratched across the paper. The room exhaled. Ryan smiled. The woman in red smiled wider. Elena placed the pen down gently, stood up and whispered, "I hope you never feel what I feel today." No one replied. As she turned to leave, Ryan laughed lightly. "Where will you even go now, Elena? You have nothing." She paused. For a moment, just a moment, as something unreadable crossed her face. Then she walked out into the cold Christmas night alone. No one followed her. No one knew that the woman who had just signed those papers was married to a billionaire. If you're feeling this pain, stay with me. The truth is about to change everything. Elena sat in her car, hands gripping the steering wheel as tears streamed freely now. The Christmas music from inside the house faded into silence. Her phone vibrated. "Unknown number," she answered. "Ma'am," a calm voice said, "the board meeting is ready. They're waiting for you." She closed her eyes. "Cancel it," she whispered. "I need one night." "Yes, Mrs. Blackwood." The name echoed in her mind. Elena Blackwood. The name she had hidden. The identity she buried. The truth Ryan never knew. Before marrying Ryan, Elena had inherited Blackwood Global, a multinational empire built by her late father. Hotels, tech, real estate, investments across continents. Her net worth? 4.8 billion, but she never told him. She wanted love and not money-hungry loyalty. She wanted honesty and not gold diggers. So she pretended to be ordinary, and Ryan failed the test. The next morning, the Christmas party house woke up buzzing. Phones rang, TVs played breaking news. Breaking Blackwood Global CEO Elena. Blackwood spotted returning to New York after weeks of absence. Ryan froze mid-sip of coffee. "What?" he muttered. The woman in red leaned closer to the TV. The screen showed Elena stepping out of a luxury black car, wearing an elegant cream coat, surrounded by security. Ryan's heart dropped. That's not possible," his mother whispered. Then the reporter said the words that shattered them all. "Sources confirm Elena Blackwood finalized her divorce last night after 3 years of marriage, under a hidden identity." Ryan's cup fell to the floor. The woman in red stepped back slowly. She was just a housewife," Ryan stammered. A new clip played. Elena speaking calmly at a press conference. "I gave up everything to test love. I lost nothing except time." The internet exploded. Ryan's business partners stopped answering calls. Contracts vanished. Investors pulled out. By evening, his company collapsed. The woman in red left him with a note. "I didn't sign up for poverty." Ryan sat alone, finally understanding. He didn't lose a wife. He lost a queen. A year later, Christmas lights again filled the city, but this time brighter, warmer, real. Elena stood on a balcony overlooking New York, holding a glass of champagne. Behind her, executives laughed, investors applauded, and her name echoed with respect. She had rebuilt herself, stronger. A charity gala was being held under her name. And then she saw him. Ryan stood near the entrance, thinner, tired, eyes full of regret. He waited nervously until she noticed him. "Elena," he said softly. I didn't know." She smiled gently, not with love, not with anger, with respect. "You didn't know," she replied, "because you never cared to know." He swallowed. "I loved you," he said. She shook her head. "No," she said calmly. "You loved what you thought I was worth." Security approached, but she raised her hand. "Let him stay," she said. "Let him see what he lost." She turned back to the crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen," she announced, "thank you for celebrating resilience tonight." Applause thundered. Ryan stood there, invisible. Elena walked away, surrounded by light, power, and peace. Because the strongest revenge is not anger, it's success. The snow fell softly outside the glass walls of Elena Blackwood's penthouse, glowing under the city lights, like silent witnesses to everything she had survived. Inside, the warmth was different now. Not loud, not desperate, not fake. It was peaceful, earned. Elena stood alone near the window, watching New York breathe beneath her. For the first time in years, her chest didn't feel heavy. No fear, no doubt. No begging heart. A knock echoed behind her. "Miss Blackwood," her assistant said carefully. "There's someone downstairs who insists on seeing you." Elena didn't turn. She already knew.
"Ryan," she said quietly.
"Yes." She closed her eyes for a second, not from pain, but from memory. Memories had lost their power now. "Let him up," she said, but only 5 minutes. The elevator doors opened slowly, like fate dragging its feet. Ryan stepped out, dressed plainly now. No sharp suit, no confident posture. His shoulders were slumped, his eyes hollow, as if life had finally spoken back to him. He stopped when he saw her. Not the woman who cried at a wooden table. Not the wife who begged for respect. This was someone else. "Elena." His voice cracked. "You look different." "I am," she replied calmly. "You're late." He swallowed. "I lost everything." She nodded once. "I know. My company failed. Friends disappeared. Even my family." He laughed bitterly. "They blame me for not knowing who you were." She turned to face him fully now, her expression calm, unreadable. "I wasn't hiding to trick you," she said. "I was hiding to protect myself." Ryan stepped closer. "If I had known." She raised her hand. "No," she said softly but firmly. "You knew enough." He froze. "You knew I loved you. You knew I supported you. You knew I cried alone while you celebrated success." Her voice never rose. "And still, you chose someone else." Silence filled the room. "I came to apologize," Ryan whispered. "Not for the money. For the way I treated you." That surprised her. She studied him for a moment. Not with hope, not with anger, with understanding. "Thank you," she said. "But apologies don't change consequences." Tears filled his eyes. "Do you ever think about us?" Elena walked past him toward the door. "I think about the woman I was," she said. "And I'm proud she survived you." Security appeared quietly. Ryan turned back one last time. "I lost you because I was blind." She paused at the door. "No," she corrected him gently. "You lost me because you didn't value what didn't shine." The doors closed behind him. Elena stood still for a moment, then exhaled, relief. That night, Elena donated $50 million to women rebuilding their lives after divorce. The headline read, "She turned betrayal into power." And somewhere in a small apartment, Ryan read it alone. Christmas came again. But this time, Elena hosted her own gathering, filled with laughter, sincerity, and people who loved her without conditions. No contracts, no masks. She raised her glass. "To women who walk away," she said, "and come back stronger." Cheers erupted, and as the lights shimmered, Elena smiled, not because she won, but because she was finally free. Sometimes losing everything is how life teaches you what truly matters. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe. More powerful stories.